Hello everyone, it is Wednesday night. It is time for another Facebook Live, and we will be making this card shortly. If you're new here, I come to you live pretty much every Wednesday, and we make something fun. So while you are finding me, I'm going to share this video with my group. So I go live on my page and then I share it to the group, so that way you can find me either way. So just take a second and we'll get this shared. We're actually using 2 stamp sets. The background does have, I need that one too. A stamp set that's retiring, and I apologize. I did not check to see if it was still available. But that's just used in the background. Hey, buddy. So if it's retired, you could use something else. All right, one moment here. I can't talk and click at the same time. All right. Posting. There we go. Okay. Whoops. All right, we will see if comments, it says they will appear there, so hopefully they will. All right. So the main focal point is using this Lovely and Sweet. And let me grab, I forgot I needed this little textured one down here too. So let me grab that. All right. Okay, I think I got it all now. So every week I bring you something fun. We make a card together, and then the next week I give it away. I do a drawing of everybody that joined me, that commented on Facebook. I do a drawing and I give the card away. So this is the card we made last week. This is the Birthday Blooms? No, something. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember what the set is. This is all carrying over, but it's bundled right now in the annual catalog. And so that bundle price is not carrying over. So that's why I was kind of showcasing this. The same thing with this. Once they're usually only bundled in the first catalog that they're released in. And then after that, you can't save that 10%. And this actually uses some new in colors. So Petunia Pop, Peach Pie, and Shy Shamrock. So 3 new in colors that were used on this one. So I will tell you at the end who won that. I've also got some swaps from Onstage. I kind of forgotten to show you those, so I'll show you some more of those. And after the video is over, I was trying to think of everything I needed to tell you. After the video is over, I will put on my blog the dimensions for this card. So if you want to make it yourself, you can do that, or something similar if you just like the layout. Okay, so this is the stamp set. This is the bundle. So again, this bundle price, saving 10%, will not be in the next catalog. So this bundle price is only good for this month. And then these are the dies. So there's ones that die cut the images, and then there's a bunch of like flowers and greenery and things like that. And then the other stamp set I'm using is one that is retiring, and it is Notes of Nature. So I'm just using some of these as backgrounds. So like I said, you could use anything if this one's already gone. All right, let's get started. We're going to do some coloring and some die cutting. So let's get our image, our focal image stamped first. This is a vanilla orchid. So that's where vanilla beans come from, is from an orchid. I grew up with orchids. My mom and dad have raised orchids since they got married, which was in 1960, so for a lot of years. And it doesn't matter if I'm doing this straight because we're going to die cut it, which die cuts off the vanilla, but Can't help that. All right, and then I did congratulations, so I have a piece, I'm going to set that aside, piece of pecan pie. So we'll see if I can do this straight when I'm not right over it. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, then we're done with the memento. Now let's bring in our card base. So this is Old Olive. And we're just going to stamp just some background images on here. So let's start with our field notes. And I'm doing Old Olive on Old Olive. So it's, you know, it won't be real. I'm going to put this on this side. So it kind of blends in. You don't want it to be, probably should have scooted that over. Let's put one down here. All right, and then we're going to do some cross hatches. Some big cross hatches. And then this little guy. These little cross hatches. So it's just kind of like a collage type thing. And that's good. And I don't need to worry about anything in the middle, because that, you won't see that once we put the other layers on there. All right, so let's grab our mini cut and emboss machine, and we're going to cut this out. I like to cut them out before I color them. I'm just going to move this so this won't slide as much. Because then if I mess up and it slips, then I haven't spent all that time coloring just to have it slip and have to do it all over again. So I like to die cut them before I color. So let's grab its die real quick. And line this up. And you can always use Post-it tape if it doesn't, or a Post-it note. Sometimes I can just hold it and it'll be okay. All right, done with this guy. And now we have our die cut orchid. All right, set this aside. Put my die back so I don't lose it. And now we're ready to color. And I will put all the colors in my blog post too, so you know. So I'm going to use Pecan Pie. That's what our designer series paper is, and our cardstock there, and the one we stamped our sentiment on. So I'm going to take the dark Pecan Pie, and I'm using the small end because these are pretty narrow. And I'm just going to do a little bit there, and let's do this dark, and then a little bit out here. All right, and then we'll go back with the light Pecan Pie, and then we'll just kind of blend those out. And there's a lot of shading already on these, so you may not see as much of the difference there, but on these bigger ones you will. So just color the rest of these. Are the vanilla beans. And I don't know if they're a pecan pie color or a crumb cake color, but I decided they were brown. All right, so that's our pecan pie. And then we're going to use Old Olive. Now I'm going to do the leaves or the petals first, because that way I will be less likely to mess up and color a petal green. So we've got, oh, I forgot this one's. I need to order some more. We'll use the small one on this too. That one had gotten frayed. If you use it to splatter, that can fray them. If you press down too hard, that can fray them. All right, so this is the dark. I don't think I showed you, but this is the dark Daffodil Delight. And now I'm going to go in with our light. This is the light Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to blend that out. So orchids have 5 petals, so you want to be sure you color 5 of these. All right. And then I think, so I used light pumpkin pie just for the center. I might have used it on these buds too. I can't remember if I used the light pumpkin pie or if I used the dark Daffodil Delight, but either one will work. All right, now we know where our leaves are. We can color our leaves. So this is dark Old Olive. So if you remember, our card base is Old Olive, so that's why I'm using this. I think I put a little bit over here. Try not to get into my flower. All right, and then we'll use our light Old Olive and blend that out. So you just kind of pull the color out. You want to do this blending not long after you've done the other. So if I had a whole bunch of these to do, I wouldn't want to color all of the dark Old Olive on 10 or 12 of them and then come back and do the light, because then it won't blend as easily. Whereas if you do it while that dark is still a little bit wet, then it blends out nicely. And there we go. Move those out of the way. There is our vanilla orchid. So now we're ready to put everything together. Get my other pieces. So this is the paper that goes with this set, and I did bring it over so I can show you. And I believe it is carrying over. So it has beautiful, this has some gold foil on one side, and then the other side doesn't. So it's really nice designer series paper. That's that one you already saw. And it's just, it has pecan pie. These ones you can color and cut aside and just put them on a card front. I did that for some thank you cards. This is Pebbled Path with gold. And then that pecan pie that we're using, and that's it. So the colors, sticking to my paper. The colors, there's only 3 colors. Well, I guess if you count white, but it's Pebbled Path, pecan pie, and gold. So that's all that's in this designer series paper. So this is our pecan pie, and then I have a piece of pecan pie cardstock. We're just going to mount this on here. Again, all of these measurements will be on my blog when this is done. I'm almost out. So this just has a thin border. Let's see if we can coax enough of it to... Whew. So we'll put that in the middle. And then I punched a piece of vellum, and I used this punch, and I don't remember if it's retiring. It probably is. I have not pulled all my punches yet, so I can't tell you. But I just like to have a little piece of vellum behind, this, just to separate it a little bit from the Designer Series paper. Unfortunately, our vellum is gone, so it's retiring and it's already sold out. I'm going to put that up just a little bit because I'm going to put my sentiment underneath. Now, you can see that adhesive, and you have to be careful when you're using vellum, but I know this is going to go over it, so it doesn't matter. And then our congratulations, and I'm actually going to use my liquid glue on it. That it gives me a little time, a little wiggle time, so I can make sure I have it straight. I'll put that across here, and I can move it, right or left if I need to. I think that's pretty good. And then this guy, we will put on with dimensionals. Grab a couple of dimensionals. And just put him in the middle there. And then the last thing I'm using, these are the adhesive back cork rounds, and they are also retiring. So, but they go with this suite and they look so nice with this. So this is actually, if you saw it before, a card that I took as a swap when I went to the convention called Onstage in Houston in March. So I made this card as a swap card, and I thought, well, this would be a good one to show you all how I did it. And that's it. And I'm dropping everything. There we go. So there is our card. Now, I didn't cut a piece of white, but you would probably want to put a piece of basic white in the middle, in the inside of it. And I'll do that before I give this away. You could write on this Old Olive, but it's a little dark. Thanks, Betty. So putting a piece of white cardstock in there would be good. All right. Let's see who won last week's card. So the winner for last week's card is Nancy. So I will get that to her, and let me just grab randomly. I'm just grabbing a bunch of, and some of these may be retiring. Some of them may have already been gone. I'm just grabbing some swaps. This one is from Linda, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like a fun fold. Let me open it real quick so we can see. I know all these are card. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's fancy. See, it's got that rectangle there, so the whole thing. That's nice. All right, I'm just going to set it in there a little bit so I don't lose that it's hers. This one is from Roberta. Let's see if it says any. I like to know where they're from if it has it, but this one doesn't. I don't remember what set that is. This is the coffee set. This is from Pam. And I'm just saying their first names because they may not want their full name on Facebook or YouTube. So this one is from Tammy. This is that lavender, and this is carrying over. I just love that paper. It's so pretty. This one, unfortunately, is gone. It doesn't have a name, but this was the Thoughtful Expressions, and it's already gone. It's retiring, and it's already retired. This one is from Olivia. I think we need to open this one too and see. It looks like something fun. Oh yeah, look, it has, hang on, it's stuck. Oh dear. Its kite string seems to have stuck inside the card. Or inside the envelope, I mean. Oh yeah, it had glue dots on it. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to do that, but it looks like it has a little kite string, and it might unfold. I'll have to unstick that. This one is from Nan. Oh, so it just kind of tucks under there. Whoops. Not under the black. There we go. That's fun. This one is another one from Nan. So sometimes I had 2 cards that I took, and so if they have 2, then sometimes we'll trade 2 for 2. This is that Truckin' Along. It's an online exclusive, and as far as I know, it's still available. This one is from Robin. This is retiring. This paper is retiring. That die is retiring. This one is from Cindy. Look at that gold on there. So pretty. This one is from Lisa. Looks like another funfold. Let's see. Let's open it up and see. Uh-oh, I lost her card. Yeah. Pretty. All right, let me grab her business card. And the last one doesn't have a name on it that I'll show you today. Actually, I'm going to show you more. I'll show you a few more, and then next time I'll show you the rest of them. This is from Julie. That's that same stamp set that's retiring. Oh, here's another hummingbird that's retiring. This is from Denise. Isn't that pretty with the pansies? She paired it with the pansies. Pansies are an online exclusive. This one's very creative. I love this one. This is from Linda. She's from Texas. Isn't that fun? How she did the paint. And that is from the tool set. And I think it's carrying over, but not as a bundle. And this is from Kirsten. And this is the online coffee set. That's online exclusive. And she put Winka Stella. Well, you probably can't see it, but oh, you can see a little bit how it's shimmery right there. All right. Well, that is all for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I will get the dimensions for this on my blog shortly. And I will see you next week. It's probably going to have to be a video. We are babysitting, so I won't be able to do it live, but I'll pre-record a video and post it at 7:30. So you'll have something to watch anyway. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.